Once upon a time, there was a young man named Saurav who had just landed a job at a top IT company. He was extremely proud of his new role, his shining ID card, his own private cabin, and the salary that kept increasing month after month. Saurav felt he was truly successful, walking with confidence and pride. Right outside the company gate, another young man named Sonu chose a very different path. With a small amount of savings, Sonu set up a tiny cart to sell hot samosas. Every day he stood under the sun, smiling brightly and calling out to customers with his familiar phrase, "Hot samosas, crispy bites of happiness." Saurav and his colleagues often laughed, teasing that Sonu sold his snacks as if he were running a luxury restaurant. Yet sometimes Saurav himself would stop by, buy a couple of samosas, and mockingly say, "You should probably join my company. You'd go much further." 5 years passed, and life had changed for both men. Saurav was now a mid-level manager at his firm. He had a better chair, a higher salary, and a schedule so busy he barely had time for himself. For him, success meant a job title and endless meetings. Meanwhile, Sonu hadn't stood still. His little cart had turned into a proper samosa shop, complete with a name board, tables and chairs for customers, a cashier counter, and even tempting combo meals. During lunch breaks, Sonu's shop was always crowded with people eager to taste his food. One afternoon, Saurav stopped by, looked at the busy place, and laughed. "Not bad, Sonu, but if you used your brains in my company, you'd surely be at a higher position by now." Sonu simply smiled and replied, "Sir, I'm already at a higher position. Here, I don't need anyone's approval to change flavors for my customers." 10 years later, Saurav was promoted once again. This time, he had become a senior manager, enjoying an impressive salary and a prestigious title. Yet his packed schedule left him no time for a peaceful lunch. For Saurav, success now meant nothing more than numbers in his account and the weight of endless meetings. By contrast, Sonu had moved to a new level. His small shop had grown into an elegant restaurant named Sonu's Spice Story, with shining glass doors, a diverse menu, online orders, professional management, and even long waiting lines. The place had become a popular destination in the area. One day, out of curiosity, Saurav walked in. He saw Sonu neatly dressed in a formal shirt, busy directing his staff. With a mocking smile, he said, "So you finally became the boss of your samosas?" Sonu nodded and replied, "Yes, sir, and I never needed a promotion letter to get here." When Saurav asked, 10 years just with samosas, don't you think you could have done something bigger?" Sonu calmly answered, "Perhaps I am already doing something much bigger." Sonu looked straight at him and spoke gently. 10 years ago, I sold samosas from a small basket while you started as an executive. Back then, we both earned about 10,000 rupees a month. Today, you are a manager, and I own this restaurant. Maybe I earn more than you, but that's not the real difference." Saurav frowned, puzzled. Sonu continued, "The difference is, what I built can be continued by my children. They don't need to start from zero. But your job, once you retire, someone else will take that position. Your kids will still have to begin where you did, at the very bottom. So tell me, who really used their time more wisely?" Hearing this, Saurav fell silent. He sat quietly for a long while, then slowly stood up, paid the bill, and returned to his office with his mind full of questions. Sonu's story leaves us with a powerful lesson. True success is not just a job title or a high salary. Real success is about building something lasting, something that can grow and be passed on to the next generation.